Hello gang, SharpShot21 here. Alright, last time we got the axle stubs out. This time we're going to pop the knuckles off. It may take me a couple days just because I'm a little short on time. So at least we're going to get the, well, we'll start on the stub shaft, or the knuckles, and see how far we get. I took a quick look before starting. The cotter pins on these have rusted out, so I have no cotter pins. The castle nuts are 13/16, so I've got a breaker bar 13/16 deep. I'm going to grab a 1/2-inch ratchet as well, and I've got a 3-pound hammer, and we're going to get to it. Come along. We're pulling the knuckles because I want to do the ball joints while I've got it this far down. I don't know if they've ever been done. This truck is 31 years old this year. The U-joints are obviously factory. The front one, I don't think I've shown you or not. This is the passenger side. It had one axle. It don't move the other way. So it was sitting in there like this so it could pivot. But if I tried to run 4-wheel drive, I couldn't turn the truck. So this is gonna have to come apart, obviously. We're doing this for these U-joints, but I'm in here and we're gonna do some other stuff. Hence the ball joints. Again, I always do one of these off camera just so I can make sure I've got all the steps down and know how bad this is going to be. And now we're going to do the driver's side. Passenger side's exactly the same, just the orientations invert. So let's get you set up and we'll start on it. Here's our steering piece. This tie right end needs to come off. Castle nuts underneath. These come out nicely. Okay, this one. I need a tap. Alright. Tap here. Okay. Now this should, with a couple good schwacks, pop out. Now, that nut has to come out. And that one's going to be a pain. Because we got to take this nut out. You can see it. There. This nut has to come off. And then up here is a snap ring, and this bolt has to get loosened up. And we have to spread that out just a little bit. So. First things first, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but in here is a 15/16 bolt or nut. That needs to get broken free, and I'm going to take it 99% of the way off so that when we finally get this thing to drop out, we will have, you know, no issues getting it off. In fact, I'm probably going to take it off and then put it back on. This was a little tight the other side, but you know, a 2-foot breaker bar gives you a nice amount of leverage. So we're going to take this out and I'll be back. Alright, that nut's loose. It's on by about 2 threads, just finger tight, just so that when we actually get this knuckle to drop, we don't flop it onto the pavement. I accidentally did that on the other side. I am going to drop this steering arm out of the way, just because that's going to be problematic. Now up here is a pinch pull. Up here is a snap ring, and up here is the alignment, the camber sleeve. We're going to get everything prepped, and then I'm going to mark this camber sleeve, even though I'm probably going to replace both of them, so I'm going to have to take it to a shop and have them adjust the camber on this. But I need like a 5-minute camber adjustment and not a full alignment done. That being said, this sleeve is probably seized to this pin, so it's going to have to come off and it's going to be a pain. I had to do that on the other side too. So let me get my paint pen and we'll mark. I'm going to mark this on 2 points because the last time I marked it on 1 and it just fell apart. Next step, I got to get this brake shoe out of the brake caliper out of the way because there's a snap ring up here. There's a snap ring up top that holds the top pin in place. Again, it's a taper seat, so when it cinches in, it cinches in. Now, this is the only time I've had to use heat. So I'm going to heat this up. Just because this bolt we are going to torch out, or impact out. And I want to, increase the space a little bit. Okay, it's a 15 mil. It was probably at one point a US size. Now, the other thing, when you're pulling one of these out with an impact that's seized in like this, you don't burn it all the way out. In fact, I go in a little bit to start with, then I go back in, then out, and then and out. That way, you don't snap the bolt and you don't gall the threads up, because the threads are going to get locked together with rust. So, that's all done. This needs to come out of the way and go over there, because I need to be able to hit that pin. Now here's where the beating comes in. It's no fun. Beat it, get this to start to pivot. You may need to beat a chisel into here to spread it. We can work this up. You may have to work it back down, and then back up, then back down, then off. It's a pain. You get the idea. I don't need to show you the whole process, but I'll hit it a couple times for you. Man, I was pretty loud. Okay. That's what that is. That's a brake hanger. Set of channel locks. Yeah, this side's going to be a pain. I'll come back when it's done. Okay, this is out. See, I marked it in 2 spots. I marked the top of the knuckle in 2 spots. So, this is out. That's half the battle here. Now, the other half the battle is this lower guy down here. Heat and beat again on this one. I'll pull this out. Can't go through the inside. You gotta do the bottom and the back. And it sometimes takes a couple rounds. Sometimes you got to get the big punch out. We repeat until it comes out. I'm just going to fast forward through this bit. I'll come back when I get it. Okay, so as you can see, we've got both of the knuckles off finally. We've got the passenger and the driver. They took a little bit more persuasion on the driver's side, but you know, that happens. So we'll have those off. Next video, hopefully, we'll be getting the pumpkin out. That's going to be a fun thing. Let's see if I can get you a view. Okay, yeah, you can sort of see it under there. It's got the Pitman arm in front of it, or the steering arm in front. But pumpkin's right there. 10 bolts on this side, and then there's a pinch bolt on the back side. So that'll be probably the next video that you guys see. We'll be getting that out. You don't have to take the pumpkin out when you do the axles or the U-joints, but it does help to be able to do the center section. Excuse me, I cannot think right now. All right, SharpShot21 here. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you tuning in. So far, we're making good progress. We've got the stub shafts out, the knuckles off. Next step, I got to reposition jack stands, as I mentioned, and then get the pumpkin out. We'll do that in another video. That'll probably be the next one that you see. I don't know how I'm going to fit that one into the timeline here or the set of videos. I'll figure that out when we get to editing and when we get to posting. But thank you all for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time. Sharps out.